Spiritual Guidance Beyond Sight 8690. And I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you to my new subscribers. We are at um, 65, 66 subscribers. We're moving on up, yeah, baby, to the east side. I left the east. Anywho, thank you guys so much. Please like, share, and subscribe and leave me a comment. You know, maybe we could talk about some of your interests. You know, we could collaborate and see what what other topics. You know, don't I have to be always about spirituality, right? It could be some worldly issue, some personal issue. Again, I offered spiritual private reading. So if you are interested, I could do a spiritual reading or a yes and no Kawi shell reading. I do read tarot cards. So if you're interested in that, um, leave me an email. My email is sdbeyondsight69@gmail.com. SD is capitalized, the rest is lowercase, and it's all together, no spaces. I'll try to leave the email in my description. Okay? So, the last video we was talking about interview with spirit, what happens to our spirit when we die. Um, so we already know that our soul and spirit is basically the same thing, and later on we're gonna elaborate a little bit what is an entity, okay, and the difference between that and angels and demons, etc. So we know that when we pass, there's certain plateaus or certain levels that we have to go. And we don't go directly as soon as we pass to heaven or whatever it is, that just our energy goes towards. It goes back to source, right? Whatever source is. We're used to describing it as heaven. But okay, so we know that, and we know that everybody does not go into this higher plateau. Again, there's levels, and depending on your completion of your mission or purpose, that's how you ascend. That's how quickly you ascend. Uh, if you did not understand that, it took me a while, okay, to revisit the topic. So that's okay. Um, so we're going to talk about do we feel, what emotions, what feelings, when we die, what do we feel? Okay. Interview with spirit. These are not my words. These are words from spirit. So, what was taught to me is that depending on your death, right, on how you died, um, some people have really bad uh, lives, regret, anger, all those negative feelings and emotions. What happens is, you know, they hang on to that. That energy goes with them. But it doesn't have to stay with them. That saying that goes, if you ask Source God, whatever you call him or her, to forgive you, you know, you are forgiven because I believe Jesus died on the cross for our sins. But many people do that and then they repeat the same sin, and they constantly do it and do it. So, what sense does that make? Anywho, um, in the course of going from the earthly plane to the first plateau, second plateau, if the spirit recognizes that that feeling, that emotion is doing him no good, it serves no purpose, you know, uh, they move on, you know. The only feeling or emotion that we take is love. Love. Yeah. And they do remember us. They do remember our names. They do know you know uh, the difference between their children, their mother, etc. So that's amazing to know that. But I have to say that those that keep anger in their energy or hatred, um, these spirits could get easily manipulated by entities. Those are darker spirits. Those are people that were alive here on earth but chose to do negative stuff on earth and still doing negativity in the spiritual world, right? So those entities could also be helped, but it's really hard, to to shine some light on that entity. So anyway, if um, the newly spirit passes and meets up with one of these entities, you know, it could be very detrimental to the spirit. It could get tied down here on this earthly plane because of that, because of that entity. But again, I said in my last prayer post, and I'm going to keep repeating it, it's important and it's our duty to pray for that soul, and if you don't believe in prayer, just sending them good vibes, you know, thinking good things about them. I love you. I appreciate you, and I don't hold any malice or hatred. If you had any mixed words with this person, you know, you release that feeling or emotion, you know, because the spirit does feel that. Excuse me, you know. But the only feeling or emotion that a spirit can take and transcend higher would be love. Okay, if they don't carry love, hope, faith, they stay stuck in between worlds. So I don't want that to happen to any of my ancestors. So I constantly and I pray, twice in the week, and sometimes a little extra depending on the situation, you know, to help those, and not only my ancestors, a friend, I'll do a prayer for, and for the lost souls, those souls, those spirits that don't have anybody here on this plane to pray for, you know, or send them a good, great vibe or thought, right? Yes, sir. So know that your loved one does take that love. So, don't, mourn them, but don't stay stuck in mourning them. Don't ask why they're gone. Don't say if you're supposed to be here. No, we're not God. We're not source. You know, things have to go in season. The world goes around. So we wasn't born to be rocks. Like I tell my sons, you know, mourn me, be sad for a minute, but then release me. Release me back to energy, to source, you know. Celebrate my life. Play some music, some reggaeton, some salsa, some oldies, you know, and talk about my good attributes, and some of my bad. I don't mind, but don't stay hung up on that, right? Yes, sir. The next interview we're going to do with Spirit would be, I haven't thought about it, but I will. Maybe you have a question that you would like to be answered. Leave me a comment, okay? And we'll we'll how you say, we'll look into it, you know. We'll discover it together. How about that? How'd you like me? Just ay ay ay. I hope you enjoyed these videos and get something out of these teachings, because that's my mission, to teach and guide, and to uplift um, somebody that needs a little push, a little nudge, feeling sad or depressed. We want everybody here to be happy and living life. Life is not easy, you know. Um, but we got to go with the flow. We can't go against the grain, because that only makes it harder for you and me, right? So with that, my lovelies, I leave you with not that. I leave you with my motto. When you shine your light out into the world, make sure. No, let me retract. That's bad. When you shine your light out into the world, you want it to reach far and wide, right? Absolutely. You need to make sure the light at home shines bright and strong. Yes, sir. You have to make sure you're right first, right? Before you help someone else. Be blessed and be well, my lovelies. And once again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You know what's coming, man. Come on. I like you. I like you a lot. Puck up. I am your host, and my name is Sandra. Come on. Later.